Yes, we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fearless Speaking series for February. It's so good to have every one of you join me today. My name is Joy Eshimokai, and I am the lead coach at ProSpeak Life Academy. Welcome to a monthly live session. Interestingly, this month, we're going to be having another live session by 1st of March, where we'll be taking you on something exciting that's happening at ProSpeak Life Academy in March. All right, so I'll tell you all about it in a jiffy. But today, we're talking about something really interesting. If you're right here on the live with me, please say hello, share your name, and tell me where you are joining in from. And I'm going to be displaying your comments. So tell me if you're live with me, tell me where you're joining me from. Tell me if it's your first time joining me at ProSpeak Life Academy at our monthly YouTube live session. Last month, we talked about how to help your shy child speak up in 2026. If you didn't catch up on that live, you need to, because the essential information and learning that were shared there. So it would be nice for you to catch up. Today, we're going to be talking about how to help your child, how to get your child, your teenager, to speak up at home. Because the truth is, when you teach communication at home, you are helping us. Yes, and you are joining us to raise the next generation of fearless speakers. Hello, everybody, again. If you're joining me for the first time, like I said earlier, please let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be sharing your comments. Say hello, tell me where you're joining in from, and what you hope to learn tonight. Or if you have any questions, you can start dropping them already. So tonight I will be joined by a very special guest who is a parent in the academy. This is like our number one parent. Trust me. You want to listen, you want to stay tuned and listen to her speak. She gets her children to do their assignments first. They're always first to turn up their assignments. They're always first to do the work. And I'm just amazed at the kind of mother and partner, a very proud ProSpeak parent that she is. And today she's going to be sharing with us her secret. But yes, what is that feeling that you get when you get your teenager? Like, I just got one this evening and I'll be sharing. When you get your teenager to speak to you, to express themselves at home, and all you get is tantrums or hard face or bad eye or side eye or bombastic side eye, whatever you call it. And yes, I'm raising two Gen Z teenagers in my home, so I have plenty stories. So hey, everybody, drop a comment. If you're joining us for the very first time, drop a comment. Tell us your name, tell us where you're tuning in from, and we're going to display your comments right now. So today we're talking about how to help your children express themselves clearly at home. Because the truth is, if they're able to speak at home, they'll be able to communicate fluently outside. If they're able to express themselves at home, if you're able to teach them at home, they'll be able to express themselves clearly. You'll be raising assertive, clear, and confident communicators right from home. And yes, you'll be making our work easier by the time you bring them into structured environment like ours. So I'm still waiting for your comment. Waiting for your comments. Dropping your comments. What's your name? Where are you watching us from? Or if you're joining us for the very first time, and this is a very important conversation that we're having tonight, you can share the link with your friends, your family, your frenemies, your everybody. Share the link and get them to come in to listen. Welcome everybody to the ProSpeak Life Academy. Now, today, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about how to help your children or your teenager express themselves clearly, first of all, at home. Thank you very much, Lincoln Travels, for joining us this evening, our fan. And yes, you're joining us from Ireland. Welcome. A 7-year-old was described, right, as being overly difficult by his teachers, by students, and after examination, something really interesting was discovered. Now, this child was not difficult. This child was unable to name or express themselves clearly. So they would rather just throw a tantrum instead of expressing themselves. So, yes, let's raise children who are able to express themselves. They are not difficult. That your child is not difficult. That your child is not, let me just add to state my slides. That child of yours is not difficult. That child of yours is not rude. That child of yours is not stubborn. Is not dramatic. That child is just simply unheard. So the child is unable to name their emotions, unable to share how exactly they are feeling. And so it sometimes looks like they are difficult, but they are not really. So, how do you get your teen to speak to you, to express themselves clearly without throwing tantrum? First of all, what does it really mean to express clearly? What does it mean? It simply means organizing their thoughts, naming their emotions, organizing their thoughts. There's something really interesting that we teach at ProSpeak Life Academy, and it's simply a method where children are able to clearly express their thoughts, even without being prepared to do so. Right? We teach them how to speak impromptu, and impromptu speaking does something exceptional for your child. It helps them think on their feet. It helps them to have smart answers at the tip of their fingers. It helps them to think critically. There's a lot of skills that come with just speaking impromptu. And on that note, we're actually having a live skill series that we're going to be taking in the academy once every quarter. Once every quarter, we call it the Future Skills Lab. Is your child ready for the future? Bring them to us and we'll prepare them for the future. So about organizing their thoughts, impromptu speaking helps even adults organize their thoughts clearly in seconds and be able to speak clearly and with confidence. Naming their emotions, say, oh, I feel bad. I feel left out. I felt embarrassed. I felt overlooked. That's what expression is. To be able to say clearly how they feel. The truth is that if your child is unable to say how they feel per time, they will shut down. And we don't want that. Speaking clearly means speaking confidently, not mumbling. And I was going to wear one of my ProSpeak Life t-shirts today that said, don't mumble jumble, just speak, right? So speaking confidently ensures that you don't mumble your words. You don't mumble your words. You're able to speak with clarity. And one of the things we teach in the academy is pronunciation. So I don't know where the disconnect is, but most children, when they speak now, especially with the phonetics and diction that is taught in school, they mumble some of their words and we're not able to hear them clearly, all in the name of speaking diction and speaking with an accent. What does speaking clearly mean? It means being understood. Speaking to be understood, not just pronouncing their words, but saying them audibly so that we hear. And at this point, it's interesting that Gen Z. So I do not just teach teenagers at ProSpeak Life Academy. I also teach in Sunday school, right? And sometimes they don't say clearly what they mean. Sometimes they even greet, and I think they greet in their heart. Sometimes I have to tap my teenagers and say greet again. In fact, genuflect so the adult knows you are saying hello. So what is speaking clearly? Speaking clearly is not talking too much. Expressing yourself clearly for teenagers is not talking too much. It's not being loud. It's not being loud. Sometimes most of us parents mistake children who talk too much to be bold or confident. What you want to do for your child who already talks a lot is to give them structure. Bring them into the academy so we can help them structure their thoughts and speak coherently. Just talking and talking and talking. Sometimes you find that you ask your child a question, especially for children who talk a lot, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. All they need is structure and training, right? You find that they'll say, you ask them a question, they don't say a word, then later they go, and then Toyin said, and that's what Abiodun said, and Samuel said, and without structure and just going here and here. So speaking clearly, expressing themselves clearly is not being loud. It's not being loud. Be the loudest person in the class and generally just making noise and just being sometimes a nuisance or interrupting adults. Or, and this I see a lot in our climate, right, in Nigeria. And adults are speaking and children are actually speaking. Like, you're having a conversation maybe with a friend or an adult, and the child just interjects without asking at all, and actually contributing to your gist, if I may use that word, to your gist, and necessarily you did not call them into the conversation, and they're actually contributing to a conversation that's not their business. So expressing themselves clearly is not this. Right? So why do many children struggle to express themselves? Why do they struggle? Some of these experiments were done in schools in Finland, in the United States, and also in the UK. And this experiment showed that when structure was implemented in communication, especially in the curriculum, that children improved. Children improved. I hope you can see my slides. I have a feeling my slides are too small. Please share in the comments if you can see my slides clearly. So this speaking structure was introduced in Finland, in the United States, and of course in the UK. And what happened is that children showed improvement when structure was introduced. What this simply means is that these systems don't just hope that children grow out of not just expressing themselves clearly. It shows that when you train them and when you introduce, thank you very much, Lincoln Travels TV. And when you introduce structure, that they are able to improve their communication, verbal and even non-verbal speaking skills. Now, what happens? I need to take this real fast so we can have our guest come tell us what she does differently and how she implements all of this at her home. I am curious and I cannot wait to hear her share. Now, what happens when children can express themselves? A lot of children talk a lot. A lot of children, it seems as if they're bold and they're confident, but what happens is that they're just using all of that to cover a lot of issues. And then bringing them into a structured environment is what actually helps. So what happens when children can express themselves? Then I tell you practical steps that you can take to ensure that they express themselves. So when the home is not emotionally safe, children are not able to express themselves clearly. For instance, a child is asking a question and you don't give them attention, right? Or you feel like it's the time to correct them. Every time they speak, you have corrections. You're an English teacher. You correct the grammar, they don't speak up anymore. And I've noticed this in my work with teenagers, especially. They don't feel safe anymore. And then silence just becomes a protection, a shield that they put on, and they stop expressing themselves. So what are the practical ways that you can help your children at home? Stop interrupting them. Stop interrupting them. Let them express themselves. Ask questions. Ask open-ended questions. We dealt with this a lot at our last live. And if you were not on that live, please catch up. Please catch up. It's on our YouTube channel. Please catch up. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to get more of this. So what are the practical steps you can help at home? You can do at home, rather. You can stop interrupting them and let them speak. Stop interrupting them and let them speak. Let them finish, even if it is long, even if it appears long, even if they go on and you have work to catch up on, you have a lot to do. Try as much as possible to listen to them. Let them finish. Do not interrupt them. And this goes really for communication generally. Communication with your spouse, communication with your friends, and with everyone in your sphere of influence, really. Stop interrupting and listen. And sometimes when I talk about this like this, I'm talking to myself too. Stop interrupting your teenagers. Let them talk. Let them finish, no matter how long it is. Number 2, can someone help me put this on the chat box, please? What's number 1? What you can start doing? Practical ways you can start helping your children express themselves clearly at home. Number 1, stop interrupting. Please help me put that in the chat room. Number 2, replace why with help me understand. Open-ended questions. Don't just ask questions that they can answer. I'm fine. Okay. Good too. Ask open-ended questions. Engage them. Help me understand. Explain this to me. Explain this to me. That way you can get them to talk, even though sometimes it will take a while. But make them comfortable to share. Replace your questions, lots of questions. I know I'm a parent. I said earlier, I'm a parent of 2 teenagers. I know as a parent, we're tempted to ask why did you do this? How did you do this? Why did you not do this? But just replace all of that with help me understand, explain this to me, share with me. Thank you very much, Lincoln. Share with me, explain to me. Number 3, teach emotional vocabulary. Sometimes I ask, how are you feeling right now? Let them say how they feel. Oh, I feel embarrassed. I feel like you're not listening to me. My second son, I feel like you're not listening to me. I feel like when I talk, I'm not important. I feel like when you asked me to do this, what you really meant when you said I should give it back was that you felt I wasn't doing it right. Now that will help you explain. That will help you explain, and that will open up a conversation that you can all share in, parents and children, right? So teach them emotional vocabulary. I feel sad, no matter how young they are. Teach them emotional awareness, emotional vocabulary. I feel sad. I feel like you don't listen to me. Number 4, what can you do? Weekly family expression time. They can express, they can make presentations at home, they can read books, do reviews for you, they can share with you, they can read books, do reviews with you, share with you, make presentations to you alone at home, make them comfortable, let them make mistakes at home, and let them feel safe to do so. So let's create this system in your home where you can have all of this. And I'm sure that Dr. Yemisi will be sharing with us shortly. She's right here in the room already. So why does training matter? Why does training matter? Your child talks a lot, or your child doesn't talk at all, or they shut down. Where do we come in? And especially love this part. This is why ProSpeak exists. We train them, we teach them how to structure their thoughts. The children who came into the academy and they couldn't even, as a matter of fact, there was one in the academy who had an escape plan for every time you call his name. Once we call his name, he just click on left, leave, left, leave button, and is out. You know, we teach them how to structure their thoughts, how to put their thoughts together. So speaking is not just about opening your mouth and speaking. Speaking is structure, right from when they craft their speech. From the opening, then the body, the conclusion, and the hook, all of the ingredients that make for structured speaking. So your child is just speaking, but they do not have a structure. Please bring them into the academy. We build their voice. We'll help them control it. Vocal variety. We build them to be able to speak. We build them to understand the power in their voices. We train them to become future leaders. We are raising a generation of children who can speak with clarity and with confidence. We teach them stage confidence. And this, trust me, translates into confidence in life. A child who can speak is a confident. Show me a child who can speak with clarity. A child who speaks with structure. That is a confident child. And that is success waiting to happen. In fact, happening already. So yes, before we talk about our Q&A, I'm going to quickly invite, my guest is right here. I'm going to quickly invite her to share with us. She is our number one parent. Like I said, I made a post earlier and I said she's our number one parent. Please, if you have any questions, write them down, and we will be sharing shortly. Dr. Yemisi, yes, is a medical doctor. Dr. Yemisi is a medical doctor. She's a certified project manager and health coach. Yes, she's my health coach, fit and fab after 40. And she helps women, especially those in their 40, that's us, lose fat, build strength. I'm still in my process building this strength and feel energized through sustainable science-backed habits. She's the founder of the Fit and Fab 40s Circle, a wellness community helping women improve their health and fitness. She's a devout wife and a mother of two amazing teenagers. And let me add, Lope and Oluwadarasimi. This is a mother of a champion. Yes, Oluwadarasimi is one of our champions in the academy in the Speak to Inspire contest. She won the People's Choice Award. And yes, a very well-deserved People's Choice Award. Everybody, please join me. Make welcome Dr. Yemisi Femi Fires. Hello, Mom, and good evening.
Good evening, Coach Joy. I'm so
Good
happy
evening,
and glad
ma'am.
to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. And Dr. Yemisi is joining us from the UK. Thank you for doing this, ma'am. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And first of all, I want to ask, before we even go into all of the questions that I have planned to ask here, I'm curious. Now, you're a parent in the ProSpeak Life Academy. You have two children in the academy, Lope and Oluwadarasimi. I noticed something really phenomenal about you, right? In the academy, we don't get to ask for. As a matter of fact, I think it was just once or twice that maybe you missed submitting assignments and activities on time, but there was a good reason for that. Now you submit assignments even before it's due date or due time. Please tell us, how do you get your teenagers to do their activities and their assignment and on time, ma'am? I'm in awe of you, sincerely. Please quickly share with me. This is my own personal question. I'm interested in knowing this. And I'm sure if parents are alive, parents in the academy are alive here, this is something they want to listen to.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach Joy. I think for me, part of the things that we have set in the house is our values as a family. And so my children know that one of our core values is leadership. And communication is key to leadership. Like leadership is all about influence. And the ability to influence people comes about how you communicate, whether it's speaking, whether it's written. So because leadership is our core value, it's not an option. We don't joke with communication in our house. So for those of us that have teenagers, you have to kind of you need to understand how to connect with them and get them on your side. So you have to learn how to connect with your teenagers so that when you require them to do things, they do it. And we continue to have these conversations about how do we live out our values. And so they know that leadership is one of the things they need to live out. And one of the ways they learn how to live out is by communication. And like anything in life, I keep telling them, there's always room to improve. You can't just say you have arrived.
Ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's a skill that you have to continue to master and you have to continue to hone. So I think, so when it comes to children doing things, many times we tell them what to do and then we expect them to do them. But I think the missing piece is where people actually help them to do it as well. You understand? You tell them what to do, you stay with them and make sure they do it. So I think that many parents just say, oh, I've asked you to do it. Why didn't you do it? The child might need support. They might need prompting. They might need, the right environment, make sure everything is set up. So I try to do that for them. We use digital devices a lot. So there's a reminder. I still have, even for level 1, I still have Pro book out Sunday evening. Like he comes on my phone and I'm like, okay, this one is for level 1. So I set reminders ahead. On Tuesdays, then we used to have the assignments on Tuesdays. So I put a reminder on my phone, like speak out boot camp activity today. So that also reminds me that, okay, we need to do something. So we've kind of put that in our schedule and our routine so they know. So, and it's encourage them. Sometimes the children will say no, they don't want to do so, and I ask them why, and they can tell me, oh, they're tired. I'm like, okay, what do you need? How can I help you so that you're able to do it?
Yeah.
So like I said, that's why I say you need to help them to participate, to do what they need to do, help them to practice. Just be there. I think that's more important. That's what children need. They don't need somebody to be there as they're sounding. Mom, does this sound right? Try this again, like that. So, but because communication is, and Coach Joy knows how communication is dear to my heart. I told her that this is our own Toastmaster. So we are here till wherever. So communication is key. And I mean, anything that has to do with communication, I'm very big on that. I believe it's a skill that that benefits my children for life.
For life.
Sometimes they don't feel like doing it, but I encourage them.
Yes, but they have to do it. They know they have to do it. Dr. Yemisi is one of the parents in the academy who tells me, Coach Joy, you know what? There's nothing you can do about us. We are here for life. As long as you exist as ProSpeak Life Academy, we are here for life. But Dr. Yemisi, I want to quickly ask, so before ProSpeak Life Academy, how would you describe the ability to express themselves?
ProSpeak Life was a godsend to me. Because before ProSpeak Life, and so my daughter, I have a daughter and a son. My daughter is, she's quite outspoken, and she can't speak when she wants to. Sometimes she just needs a bit of guidance. But Lokbe was he wasn't willing to express himself, and so I knew that he needed that guidance, a structured environment. Lokbe thrives on structure. Like, give him structure, tell him what to do, like that. So you can't expect him to just figure it out on his own. Oftentimes he needs direction, he needs guidance. I was really looking out for that kind of opportunity. So I came across, I think it was Coach Wendy's post. I can't even remember. And then I'm like, there's something like that. And I contacted him. And you can see Lokpe he has actually transformed.
Yes.
Like the transformation is key. I went to watch his one of his first videos early last year, and I
Yes.
watched this video towards the end of the year, and I'm like, in fact, when he heard himself, like, who is this person? That's the very first video. He was like, who is this person? I'm like, it was you. He himself could not believe himself.
That's actually after Lope spoke, I was screaming. I called the team and I was screaming, did you hear Lope? Did you hear Lope? My goodness, who was that? I barely could recognize him sincerely. All I knew is that this is Lope, but the voice, the confidence, I didn't recognize that per se. And Dr. Yemisi, there's after level 1, right? What are those major changes? Yes, we just talked about Lope right now. What are those major changes that you notice? 1, 2, 3, 4 changes that you notice?
Number 1, Lope confidence. Like his confidence has just been there. Number 2, he has actually improved his social skills. Like Lope is able to communicate and respond appropriately to not just his peers, but even adults. Like Lope can engage you in conversation, like adult level, and he asks questions. And this is somebody that would always, like shy away from having to talk, having to talk to people. And I'm like, no, you have to communicate. You have to learn to express yourself. So, his vocabulary has improved. I think everything has tied in together because he has been asked to develop speech in level 1 and practice his speeches. He has also helped him to learn how to put his words together to communicate his message. He has actually helped him a lot. Even his choice of the way, even his thinking, there's clarity in his thoughts. I'm like, I can't express it enough because I know where we started from, and it was just 12 months. The transformation in 12 months is amazing. And so I'm like, we can't stop now. They're like, Mommy, I don't want to continue. I said, see how much progress you have made.
and the truth is, right, even coming from Toastmasters, where I got several certifications, the truth is public speaking is like you are a fit and fab coach, right? It's like building muscles.
Yes.
It's like building your muscles. And the moment you stop, you're going to lose those muscles.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the truth. So you see children, and right now when I see children who speak a lot, right, who are outspoken, assertive, I tell the parents, you need to build this skill. You need to sustain, you need to maintain it, or else they will get to their teenage years and you'll be like, I don't recognize, this is not my child. What happened to my child? A lot of things begin to happen in their teenage. They begin to listen to friends and they tell you talk too much and they shut down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they shut down. I remember whilst my second son was growing up, I think it was about 7, 8, he used to speak with an accent. And his older brother kept telling him, just stop with this accent. Just stop it. Stop with this accent. And somehow he lost it. The truth is that they begin to listen to other people and their peers even much more than they do you. So as a parent, what surprised you about the academy? What's that huge surprise? Yes, you're one of the parents that joined us real early. You've been with us and you've been loyal. And I want to say a very big thank you, really, for being that one loyal parent in your here and you're so interested in our growth.
Yeah.
And we come to that. What surprised you most about the academy, Ma?
So I enjoyed the feedback sessions. When they're having their sessions on Sunday, after you're giving them and you ask them to come and speak, and then you're giving them feedback, myself and my husband would be so excited. We're like, oh, we didn't have this and we're growing up. Like, my husband will be listening in the background, you could hear it, but he can hear it. So you see him, like, he would just be like pacing around just to hear, the feedback, the level of feedback, then the structure you give them. So a child can impromptu speaking. So a child can always remember. I've forgotten that acronym. I used to have to do it.
Prep.
Prep. Yes. And I'm like, I said, prep everything. Everything is prep now. So if somebody asks you anything, just use prep. And that helps them to be able to, organize their thoughts and speak with clarity. So they're not rambling, And it's the support, the encouragement, the feedback, even when they do their videos and then you provide like feedback and support, they're so excited. Coach Joy Eshimokai, and they'll be calling your name, how you have given them, what did Coach Joy say, so I so love those feedbacks, the structure, the encouragement. I think it's such a great initiative. I'm so passionate about communication, and anywhere I see anywhere any people encouraging people to own their skills in communication, is just I just love it. So my children know how I cherish communication. They know that this is important to them, and I keep telling them it's a skill set that will help you in every area of your life. Every area, like this one touches every area of your life.
Yeah.
So there's no yes.
In the academy, I call it the aeroplane on which every other skill flies.
Absolutely.
So we don't know what you can do unless you tell us. So you have to express yourself. You have to tell us clearly. Yes, we will enter your head. You tell us what you know. So it's the aeroplane on which other life skills fly. And interestingly, in the academy, we just introduced the future speaking skills and future lab skills, where we're going to be adding some other skills on the speaking skills, some skills, some AI communication, really, and all of that. And it's so even I am amazed that the first class, it hasn't held yet. It's starting on the 6th. It's holding on the 6th and 7th of March. And I'm excited about it, literally. I'm excited. I'm excited out of my seat. So, ma'am, how has the expression been at home? Has it changed? I noticed Lope and Oluwadarasimi. I'm intrigued by their relationship, right? Because most times when they're in class, they're seated side by side. It's interesting how a boy and a girl can be friends like that, not boys, not girls, siblings, a boy and a girl, and they're not twins, can be, yes, can love themselves so much. I am always intrigued. I'm always looking at my screen. And then Lope is always doing something funny. So I'm always interested in seeing that on the screen. But how has their expression improved at home and in their relationship, in solving conflicts and all of that?
Yeah, so they've been able to their conflict resolution skills has really improved because they're able to communicate effectively. That's the truth. And what you have observed is true. Their relationship, even as siblings, has improved dramatically. Like I remember the other day, I was like, "Oh, why did you say that to me?" Like, Mom, I'm not saying this to him in a very long time. This is like 1 hour. I'm like, actually, you're right. This has really improved. So because they're able to communicate with each other. Then at home, we have a lot of conversations. Anything we do in terms of even devotion, we ask questions, and they are able to express their thoughts very well. And then they also lead. So we take turns to lead. We take turns to lead devotion. We take turns to lead the family meeting. Somebody is chairman, but the ability, they can speak, they can communicate themselves. So there is no, I don't know what to say. They know what to say, and in fact, you see them say, "No, I'm the chairman, so mommy I'm the one in charge now." But it's really amazing. It's really been I look at them, and I look at the last 12 months or last 1 or 2 years, and the transformation has been it has been palpable, and thanks to apart from TIP, particularly for Lope, thanks to Speak Out Bootcamp. That one, there's no gainsaying about that. I'll be honest. Speak Out Bootcamp has helped him to come out of all the kind of platforms he's been on, because there's no hiding in Speak Out Bootcamp. Like,
there's no hiding. Where are you hiding? We'll call you out.
They know your name. So the other one can just be at the corner. This one, they call your name. So in fact, I told him, Coach Joy, will call you. So you know that you cannot hide. So it has really helped him to express himself. I think he doesn't struggle to speak now. Like, he doesn't think, we can see that it's becoming very effortless for him, which is why he was like, "Mommy, am I going to do Sugar Bookam?" I'm like, "Of course. Why won't you? Well, you can see the transformation has happened. You have improved so much. Yes, please. You will continue, because that's it." So it's been amazing.
Thank you so much. So, as a parent, would you recommend structured speaking for other parents? structured training like the Speak Out Bootcamp.
Absolutely. I mean, communication is a skill that everybody should learn. Everybody, both parents and children. And you are putting your children, you are giving them these are life skills. That's what I tell my children. Communication is a life skill. You need it to life. Look at anybody that is successful, anybody, whether in the political space, whether in the spiritual space. They know how to communicate. They're able to pass across their message. So there's no two way about it. Like, it's non-negotiable. It's a skill that everybody should master, but particularly children. You are giving them an advantage, you're giving them an edge. So please get into a structured program. There's so much that you can teach them as parents, but when you get into a structured program, you take it to the next level. There's accountability. Because with you, they can say, oh, but there's somebody holding accountable. Another person is reinforcing the things you have been saying. And then they meet with their peers. You'll be amazed the power of peer and influence. And you can see they're like, oh, this person has done this. Oh, very, very healthy competition. Trust me. Like, everybody's challenging each other. Like, oh, this person is here, this person. So, that healthy competition is there. And it's just an amazing platform. It's an amazing community. So I encourage parents, please enroll your children. These are some of the skills that they will look back, years to come, and they will be grateful. I keep telling my children, I know if you come back and thank me. And there's some things you come back and thank me for. But it's okay. As in, it's amazing. So please, I encourage parents, please get into a structured. This particular money cannot be money wasted. It can't. Trust me, it cannot be money wasted. You are building. There's so many things that you are building in them that even you cannot see. You can't see the effect now. There's something about compounding. So as they begin to grow, it begins to compound upon each other. And before you know it, they are not struggling with things. And in fact, even in school, they've noticed it. This last session, they were like, the way he contributes to class, they said it, like he contributes, his contributions are very thoughtful. Like he's a bit on the quiet side. However, even when he contributes, you can see that he's paying attention and he's able to communicate, his thought very clearly. That feedback was there. So, I mean, for me, that's just the icing on the cake, because beyond even school, every area of their lives, it's just good to be able to express yourself. And I keep telling them, fortune favors the bold. I said, the world will not, nobody, even if you are the world best kept secrets and nobody knows you, you cannot communicate what you have. How are you going to impact your world? And we're living a life of impact. So you have to learn to communicate.
Yeah.
You have to learn to communicate.
You have to learn to communicate. Dr. Yemisi. Okay. So, Dr. Yemisi, there's something I noticed about your son, Lope, right? And I think we even talked about it last month. We had the live on how to get your shy child to speak up in 2026. The truth is that those children that appear like they're quiet, they're actually the ones that have so much to say.
Yeah.
The only thing missing, the gap, is that they're not trained to be able to express them. That's the truth. You see that shy child, you see that quiet, quote and unquote child, they have so much in their inside. And I noticed that Lope now expresses himself so much. I'm amazed.
I was listening to him the last class. I'm like, he was so excited. I'm like, wow, is this Lope? He was talking about his project with so much passion. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm amazed, sincerely. And I want to thank you very much for being a part of the Speak Out Bootcamp, and sincerely being that one parent that continues to give us feedback. So we are not just the one giving feedback to our children. You continue to give us feedback, and we continue to evolve. And we are grateful for that. There's something I shared with you earlier, something I learned in the bank about the customer who speaks up. Is a customer who wants you to do better, who wants you to evolve because he wants to remain. But the one who is silent is the one that will just be like, you know what, I can get this elsewhere, I'm going. And so trained in the bank to listen to our customers who speak up and speak up. Thank you so much, Dr. Yemisi, and thank you for blessing us with one of our champions. And before I let you go, you have to tell me how you managed to get how you managed to get so many people. And we're going through, if I don't know if you've seen our impact report for the Speak to Inspire contest. I'm going to share the link with you. I shared it on my social media and I also shared it on my status. I will share it directly with you. Most, let me say, about 25% of our subscription that period came from Oluwadarasimi.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was obvious that you did the work. You have to tell us how you went. You were one parent who, in fact, you gave all the other parents a run for their money. We could see it already. You created a flyer, Dr.
Yes.
Yemisi. You just have to share. Please let me leave it to you. Let me know how you got your child to win the People's Choice Award. So yes, the Judges' Choice Award was there. The judges decided but the People's Choice Award is the people that decide. Yeah. How did you do this?
Well, I think that my daughter, I think getting her to do this Speak to Inspire contest was, you can remember, we almost didn't join because I just felt she had a lot doing at that time. And, but we could just like, no, that has to do it now. I'm like, okay, we'll do it. So, it was almost like that, you can do this. So I just needed that you can do this, like you can do it. And I felt that if I get people to understand the importance of, following the rules, she had a good chance. Because I know people don't read the rules and all that. So that was why I tried to create a flag, say, you have to subscribe, please like the video, please watch, that. You have to give that instruction because everybody was like, oh, we have voted. I said, yes, it's good to vote, but have you liked our video? Have you watched? Have you subscribed? Have you, so I think for me it was just giving her that support because she almost didn't do it. In fact, every time we talk about what was one memorable thing that happened to me last year, is Speak to Inspire contest, like achievement, Speak to Inspire contest, like last 2025 was our year of, Speak to Inspire. So it was just that giving her that support. And because I'm just passionate about communication.
Yes,
if I'm passionate about anything, you will know. I will go all out for it. Like once I'm convinced about something, it's very difficult for you to except I'm not convinced about it. But if I'm passionate about it, to me, it wasn't even an issue. I'm like, that's it. You guys help her, encourage her. Like she needs your support.
And it was obvious. It was obvious, and she put her all into it. I want to thank you very much for blessing us with a champion.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yemisi. I want to go on and on with you. It's apparently you're one person that really loves communication and everything that comes with it, because just having this conversation with you, I want to go on and on. But finally, please just give us your last words. I know that you have a lot to do this evening. Just share your last words. Talk to us in the academy. Talk to the audience. Talk to parents watching right now and who will also watch in the future. And then talk to our children in the Speak Out boot camps as well and other courses.
So thank you to the Speak Out boot camp, this ProSpeak Life Academy, right? Because I know. Thank you so much for the work you are doing. So I think that, and Projai, I've said this to you, this is a place where we can remain. This is our Toastmaster version. Like, this is how I see ProSpeak Life Academy. Like, somewhere children continue to grow and continue to hone their skills. And you really you don't leave because it's communication. Like, there's nowhere for you to go. So you just keep moving from one level to another. So well done for the work that you're doing. It's a lot of work, I agree, but trust me, it's paying dividends, and the children will always come back and they remember the impact that ProSpeak Life has in their life. They might not appreciate it now because they're children, but in the future, trust me, they will. So please continue to do the good work. I know it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort providing feedback to children. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how Coach Joy does it. You send message to every child. Trust me, I'm a coach and I know how difficult it is to do that for every child. So well done. Keep growing, keep improving. Like I said, if I have any feedback, I'll always share. But I want to remain, and I want other people to also remain. So trust me, you already have people that are ready to stay in the academy. Because I'm like, level 2, after level 2, what are we going to? Is there level 3? Is there? I don't know. Just keep giving us something for us to work on. So well done to the whole team, Coach JD, Coach, all the coaches. Thank you so much for the good work that you. So keep it up. Yeah, it's making an impact. Trust me, it's making an impact. So know that you are doing impact work. That just know that this is an impact work. So do not be discouraged. Do not just keep pushing on. Don't worry, it's going to become that's the power of impact work. It will begin to take a life of its own, even beyond what you can imagine. So just keep at it. And we're here for the long run. So that's it. To the parents, if you have a child in the academy, well done. Thank you for investing in your child, because it's an investment, and it's an investment that's going to, you benefit, on and on and on and on. So well done. Keep encouraging them. Don't leave them on their own. Their children, they still need their parents, no matter what. A lot of us were like, oh, you want the children to have grown up so fast. No, now they are still children. They need your encouragement. They need your support. They need you to cheer them on. They need to cheer them on. So make sure you are also investing in your own growth. So see that you are growing. It might not be just communication, but in other things. That will also encourage them. My children know that I'm in different growth forums. So as I'm asking them to do this, they know I'm also doing that. I'm also growing, parenting, marriage, different things. They see me growing. So I'm not asking them to do what I am not doing. You understand? So they see that. So when you model growth, when you model improvement, it's very easy for them to follow. And their children, it takes time to master things. They're not going to get it in once. They're not going to get it in a month. They're not going to get it in 6 months. Don't expect that your children will come to cohort 1 cohort of 6 months and they'll become professional speakers. No, it doesn't happen like that. But it's line upon line. They begin to build upon what they have learned, and it begins to compound. There's a power of compounding, but you get compounding. It happens over time. So don't lose that power of compounding their skills. It happens over time. So the first 6 months you are one, before you know it, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, there's something called momentum, but it comes when you do things consistently. So please don't give up on them. Encourage the children. If you are here and your child is not in the academy, please make plans to join the next cohort. It's a worthy investment. Trust me. I can tell you for free. This is one of the best investments you can do for your children. Ability to communicate clearly, to be bold, to be confident in any area of your life. Even you realize that they're not going to struggle with things, even when it comes to interviews, when they ask questions, anywhere they go to. So we're not talking about just in academics now. We're talking about life. Even when they want to approach somebody as a life partner, they know how to package themselves and present their proposal. So you can see how that is impacting different areas of their life. You'll be amazed the power of communication. How somebody that does nothing else seems to be working for them, but they're able to speak. That person becomes extremely valuable in the eyes of everybody else that's hearing, just because they're able to pass across their message. Every other thing fades in comparison. Every other thing, just because the person is able to speak and communicate their message and pass it across. So parents, please don't delay. Join the next cohort. And to the amazing children in the academy, the stars, I mean, you guys are awesome. I'm like, when I was watching the videos for the Speak to Inspire, I'm like, are these 10-year-olds? Come on. I can't even remember what I was doing when I was 10 years. These children are doing that. They're amazing. They are doing so much. I mean, and the sky is the beginning really for them.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want to encourage every one of those children. You guys are awesome. You are stars. You are amazing. You are doing so well. And this is the place to be, because I tell my children the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So yes, you are in a place that is going to continue to make you to improve, to grow, to become. So this is amazing. Don't worry if you have not been able to get it perfectly. Just keep trying. Keep putting in your best. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. There is something about practicing and practicing and practicing over and over again, and you will get it. Trust me. There is no child that can't get it. I'm telling you, it's just that we learn differently. So parents encourage them, and then encourage them with your words. Appreciate effort. Appreciate the fact that they are able to persist. Appreciate the fact that they are willing to put in the work. Not just the results. The results are good, no doubt, but even the process. Encourage them. And you know, parents, we are the greatest encourager of our children. So encourage them. I don't know how much minutes I have. If you allow me to talk, I will continue to talk and talk.
If I allow you, Dr. Yemisi, but it has been a worthwhile conversation with you. I'm sure that we'll still invite you, even if it's just to talk to our internal parents, or maybe you share a voice note. You're inside the room, the backyard. Well, thank you so much, ma'am, for doing this with us tonight. It has been a worthwhile conversation. Like I said earlier, thank you for sharing. Thank you for all someone said earlier, Justina, she said food for thought. Thank you for giving all parents and all of us, and even at the academy, food for thought. Thank you so much for giving us a champion, and I'm sure that you will soon bet another champion. Say amen.
November 2026, and as we're already preparing.
Thank you very much for sharing this with us tonight. We appreciate you. And like I said, and I'm not mincing words, you're our number one parents. For giving an award to parents, you'll be the one to take number one. God bless you so much, Ma. Thank you so much for sharing. And we love you deeply. We do not take your time for granted. God bless you, ma'am. Let me release you so you can go do all of the work that you have. God bless you. And we look forward to seeing you very soon. Yeah. So, hey, everybody. If you have been watching and you have a child who struggles to express themselves, you heard Dr. Yemisi. She says, bring them into the academy. We have structure. We can build them, train them to be those children who can stand and speak with clarity and confidence. So yes, if you desire more from them, next time we have several courses in the academy. And recently we have the Future Skills Lab, where we're not only building communication skills in your children, we're also helping them build other life skills that will make them an amazement to their world. So registration is currently on for the Future Lab skills. We're going to be doing AI and communication skills. Let me quickly share the flyer right now. This is what we have going in the academy right now, the Future Skills Lab. The future will not wait for your children, but yes, ProSpeak Life Academy is here to prepare them for the future. So they're going to be learning AI essentials, and they are going to learn to think, to speak, and to be understood. We're going to do a lot of fun speaking courses. Well, one course, but fun speaking games and activities. Yes, your children learn better when it's fun, and they're going to learn AI essentials for kids. It's just 19,999, and it's for 2 days, holding on the 6th and on the 7th of March 2025. And of course, we have the Speak Out Bootcamp that Coach Dr. the academy. He holds between January to June, and then July to December. And I'm sure you heard a lot of things about Speak to Inspire contest as well. And if you have not watched, we did the first Speak to Inspire contest held in 2024, the second one in 2025. And then we're going to be having the 3.0 in 2026. If you want your child, you desire that your child be a part of the Speak to Inspire contest, you want to enroll them for the Speaker Bootcamp, because if they are not in the Speaker Bootcamp, they do not stand a chance to speak at the Speak to Inspire contest. You can watch our content right here on YouTube. We have all of that in the playlist. And you can also follow us on our social media pages. If you are not already subscribed to this station, subscribe, and join us live every month. Interestingly, on the 1st of March, we're going to be having a live session. And my special guest is Donald Timms. We're going to be sharing on what we'll be teaching your children at the Academy on the 6th and on the 7th of March 2026. If you want to enroll, you need the details. Follow us on our social media, or just comment future, or just comment register, or just comment Future Skills Lab, and we'll send you all of the details. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And our guest, I want to thank our guest very much, Coach Yemisi, Dr. Yemisi, for joining us tonight. If you have any question, you can ask. If you do not have any questions, and your child is struggling, I hope that you've learned something today. And if you want to raise a child who is not afraid, who is unafraid to speak up, stand tall, and speak out, please bring them into the Academy, and we are happy to add them to the number of children that we're raising in this generation to speak at the gates. So yes, thank you very much, Ada Ngozi. Okay, Ada Ngozi, thank you for joining me tonight, ma'am. We're going to be sharing the details with you shortly. Have a good night, everybody, and I look forward to welcoming your children to any of our courses in the Academy. Please reach out to us on the numbers scrolling on your screen, or send us a message on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and we'll be more than excited to send you our details. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And from me and the entire team at ProSpeak Life Academy, I want to say very good night to you, and see you on the 1st of March. We're going to upload that conversation on our YouTube. Please join us on the 1st of March and bring your children to the Future Skills Lab. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.